What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are back for another Alliance Wars daily. Not so daily lately, but hopefully it will be a little bit more consistent from now on. And we are taking a look at my new alliance, Avengers for Justice League Zero. And it's the strangest name ever, but whatever. So before I was on the Alliance Secret Wars, and it was on the American time zone. I think it's time zone 1. And for me it was not so great, and because I was very inactive because of my new girlfriend and all of that, I was not able to do the attacks. So yeah, Sky, she said I had to go. And it's fine, and I'm thankful for Sky for having me for so long and dealing with me. It was pretty cool, and I wish all the success to her and to her alliance. So now I'm back to Warzone 4, so if you are also on the Warzone 4, hopefully we can face off, and let me know in the comments if you are on Warzone 4 or which Warzone you are on. So yeah, we are going to take a look at some matchups that I did against the SuicideKings. We have a few cool matchups there, and we'll be analyzing each of them. So if you like the information on this video, like always, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button. So let's get started and take a look at those matchups. Okay, so we are starting off with the Black Order against the Sinister Six. And this one has Vulture and Shocker, which is kind of cool because like this they summon Rhino, so you can have Rhino doing multiple taunts and so on. But against the Black Order it doesn't have any chance, and even that is like a 175k punch up or something like this, they have no chance. Because the Black Order, they take advantage of all the deflects they have, all the regenerations that Dr. Octopus is going to apply. But you should always try to get rid of Lady Electro as fast as possible, because she applies that offense down and you really don't want that. Even that you can flip it and it's fine. So we took Vulture early on. He is super squishy, so I guess that's the way it is. Then he has a huge Shocker, but the Shocker is not that beefy. He has a little bit more armor against city heroes, but beyond that it's nothing special. And with Thanos we flip everything, and you guys can see like tons and tons of bleeds. And my Thanos is only Striker level 2, so it's not like he's doing the maximum bleed damage that he can. And then you want to stun that Swarm, because you don't want him to flip any of those negative effects into positive ones. And as soon as you can, you should get rid of him. But with a slow, with a stun, with a turn rewind, he should be in place, so you can focus on Doc Ock and finish the team as you saw. Pretty easy. This is not the best Sinister Six team, but we did it very, very easily. So the other one might be a little bit harder, but not super hard. Just maybe the blind of Mysterio might be a problem, but that's pretty much it. Okay, now we have a very interesting matchup. We have the Symbiotes against some Asgardians with some Hydra members. And we have Baron Zemo and Red Skull, plus Hela, Loki and Sif. And I was not very sure about this matchup. They have a Gear Tier 14 Baron Zemo, and he was quite scary, and you'll see why. But I don't know if this is a good team to have on defense. It definitely was scary, but at the same time, like, if you are able to survive the first turn, it's always the same thing. If you survive the first turn, it's fine. So as you can see, Venom got focused early on, and the team is super fast. Look at that, I almost got ripped there. All my team is very, very low, and I'm stuck behind Sif, so this is massive. And if you are really not using these characters anywhere else in terms of Alliance Wars, maybe this is a good team for you. For me, I'm not sure. You are sacrificing way too many teams, you are sacrificing too many sorcerers, you are sacrificing Red Skull, and you are sacrificing Baron Zemo. just for one team. Now this is something that sooner or later is going to happen with Alliance Wars, because you can have only a limited amount of teams, but still sacrificing 3 great teams just for one on defense that was not even able to get a win on Punch Across. I'm not exactly sure if it's great, because Hela, Red Skull are characters that always help the symbiotes because they have all those minions and so on. So unless you are very, very unlucky and you have that 20% chance of anti-venom to get wrecked early on, and even so, it's still very unlikely that you'll do anything. So as you guys saw, you want to apply the ability block, the heal block early on Hela. Then you want to apply the disrupt with Scream on Hela and Loki to make sure they don't go on stealth. And after that, you just have to focus on the Gregs and on the minions that Red Skull provides, and you pretty much won. So even that it was very, very scary early on, I don't think this is a huge problem, especially when so many people have super strong symbiotes, and mine are not even that strong. As you guys saw, 500k power. I don't know, is this really a good matchup? Maybe when Hela, and we can take a look at the ISO edge, like if Hela had a Striker, and I always recommend Striker on Hela for 90% of the cases. If this guy had a Striker on Hela, I would lose, but like this, not really. And the Baron Zemo with Raider, this is not good as well. You should have Striker so he has more base damage, so you do more damage early on. Like this, it's a big mistake. If these two characters would have Striker, I would have lost. Like this, it was close, but not close enough. And see if you always want to have Skirmisher on her, because the counters, and because she's so fast, she's going to apply vulnerability on whoever she attacks. The same goes for Loki. And Red Skull is like whatever, he's not very relevant in terms of ISO 8. But yeah, if this guy had these few different changes, he would destroy my team very, very easy. So if you are watching this video, make sure you do those changes, because this is not good. Now we have a team that I have been using lately, and this is a mix of X-Force with Astonishing X-Men. And the reason why I'm not using full Astonishing X-Men, it's because my characters have low yellow stars and low red stars, especially low red stars, and I don't want to invest in them. So I have a long shot and scatter star with a Raider, and then I have a Bishop with a Skirmisher. Even that is not really necessary, you can use him as a striker in this specific situation. And Jubilee with a Striker and Beast with Healer. And Bishop is a great tank to go against Captain Marvel. Doesn't matter how many red stars she has, because Bishop comes with a 20% damage reduction, defense up and down, so Captain Marvel will always focus on Bishop. And after that, if you can slow or something like this to Captain Marvel, she will not be able to do anything else to your team. And because these characters are so fast, that's just fine. Now we went a little bit low there, it was a little bit scary, but now Beast has his turn, because a few of the Astonishing X-Men went below 50% HP. So now he's going to be able to do the healing, he's going to be able to do the ultimate, giving offense up, defense up, and speed up to the Astonishing X-Men characters. And because Longshot and Shatterstar are blasters and the brawlers, they will get offense up as well, increasing even more their massive damage. And yeah, like this, they will wreck the team. So even that the difference in power was quite big, because these characters are so good, they got easily destroyed. And yeah, this is a combo that I've been using on offense quite often against several meta teams, and it always works very, very well. Okay, so now we have a very familiar matchup. We have the Brotherhood against the Inhumans with the Shield Coulson and the Shield Nick Fury. And they have the typical ISO 8s, but I prefer to use Striker on Crystal rather than Raider. Raider is okay, but I prefer the Striker, she being able to apply the slow It's very important because then she'll do more damage with her ultimate. It's a combo that not many people pay attention to, but yeah, so you always want to single out Yo-Yo, and in this case we were able to place her in a corner, so she's in the middle but she's in the corner compared to the other characters. So like this it will be very easy to do damage to her and to make sure that the minions always spawn around her. So if you want, you can avoid the minions, which was the case. I was very lucky, I got the shield security in the corner, that was amazing. And this is not a typical strategy. Usually you want to use Disrupt on Coulson and then go from there. But here I forgot about it and I just went with the ultimate. It's still fine. You just have to be careful to make sure that you apply the offense down to Black Bolt. So whenever he does his ultimate, he doesn't wreck your entire team. But it was still okay. I used Striker on Juggernaut because I like to increase his base damage. So the ultimate really does some massive damage to the enemies. And here I get rid of Yo-Yo. Black Bolt comes, but now he doesn't have any buffs, he doesn't have anything, so it's not a huge problem. And now he has the offense down and slow, and because he already is slow naturally, this makes him pretty much useless. So we are able to finish him off before he does the ultimate, so that would not be even a problem. And yeah, so easy matchup. There are a few different ways where you can deal with it, and it's always an easy win with the Brotherhood 2.0 against this team. Okay, now we have my Sinister Six against the Avengers, Wave 1 Avengers, and this is a massive punch up, as you guys can see, more than 150k. But you have to be careful, it doesn't always work, it depends if they still have the medbay or not. Sometimes you can do enough damage, it really depends. And my Isoids, I think I have to fix them a little bit, because I'm not benefiting so much from Rhino having the Striker right now, because he's so much weaker than Lady Electro. So you want to balance that out. You want to make sure that the characters that have Striker are the ones with the highest damage, and that's why I want to change it. So early on you have to do the ultimate with Lady Electro. If you don't do it, you'll probably lose the match, because you really need that offense down on all the enemies, especially Black Widow. She applies those bleeds and they actually hurt. So pay attention to that. With Mysterio you can do the heal block, or you can do the blind, depends if they have Captain Marvel or if they have some other character that does not do self-healing. So those are a few options you can make. There we have Rhino with a blind, but because he's also stunned, he's not able to remove the blind, but usually you can just remove it and it's fine. Then Lady Electro, she had the blind, so pay attention to that. Make sure you use the basic rather than use the special or the ultimate if she's blinded. And she is great against Hulk because all of the counters and taunts, that just comes into your advantage. And you guys can see, like, even that it was a massive punch up, we were still able to win fairly easy. Everyone is at full HP, nothing to worry about. And at this point you can just put on auto and win. That's just how it goes. And even Captain America is quite strong, at tier 15 and 6 red stars. But with Green Goblin every turn trying to remove his buffs and so on, it's just better for you. Now use the special with Lady Electro doing some nice damage, but he has that extra block chance, so not super effective. But her passive is piercing, so he'll go through a little bit more than the normal attack. But yeah, like at this point you should just auto and wait to win. Shocker doing some nice damage once again because of that piercing damage, and Lady Electro finishing with a 150,000 shock into Hulk's ass. Okay, now we have the power armor with Ultimos against the Sinister Six, and they don't have Swarm, they have Shocker, so that's nothing special. It doesn't bring you any benefits. Now what you need to pay attention on this specific matchup is to make sure that the enemies don't have the medbay. If the enemies have the medbay, you might not have enough damage to get the enemies below 50% HP, and that can compromise your success rate on this match. So really pay attention to that, it's very important. You should save the power armor team after you destroy the medbay, so you can benefit out of this. Now with Ultimus, I like to use the basic first and then save the ultimate and the special for after Ironheart does the defense down. War Machine doing some massive damage there, and now the reason why I save this for the second turn is that you do so much more damage. It's just massive, and with it you can usually clear the enemies. So you can see that I don't have the taunt on Doc Ock because he's so strong. He's gear tier 15, 6 red stars, so massive. So we have to wait, single him out, and then just go with the full team. Now he has the taunt, now he has speed up, he has the deflects that he gives to himself, and you can just use Ultimus to finish him off. So if you are patient, and once again, if you make sure that the medbay is already down, you will be very successful. Now we have the Uncanny X-Men against the Wave 1 Avengers once again with the massive Captain Marvel. So this can be quite dangerous. Depends if if she kills anyone or not. Now, I have seen a few people losing this match, and I think the problem is that people try to play it way too fast. And with the X-Men, you need to give it a few turns so Cyclops charges up, and you are able to win. Before that, if you try to rush it, you'll just lose it. You don't want Phoenix to die way too early. You want her to survive a little bit longer, so you can get those charges and also get Colossus doing some taunting and so on. And here we get the first dodge encounter from Psylocke. Phoenix died, so this is like on her second turn, so it's not perfect, but it's not so bad. As you guys can see, you don't want the special from Captain Marvel to be used against Phoenix, but it's fine. We got all those regenerations that will allow Psylocke to go back to 50% HP and recover. And also because you are stuck behind the taunt of Captain America, and that's something you really don't want to. But if you can get rid of that, it's fine. And now we have this stun. And this is another reason why you don't want the X-Men to go way too fast, because like this you are wasting too many turns. And even with Beast, I have seen people losing this matchup with Beast because they go way too fast, and it's not good. So take your time, be a little bit patient. After you get rid of the taunt from Captain America and the stun from Black Widow, then you are safe to go for the kill and get the win. Now we have another familiar match. We have the Swaim aim with Swarm against the Wave, the Young Avengers. Punch across, but before, in the past, my Swarm was very weak. Now he's at 7 yellow and 4 red. So he's pretty decent, level 71 I think. That will allow him to apply the negative effects way better. And now I have the T4 on the ultimate. I'm not sure if I have the T4 on the special, but I think so, because I think I got some nice amount of red stars on him. So yeah, he was at 7 yellow, 4 red, but then I got the 6 reds on him. So that was pretty cool. I definitely decided to invest on him because he has amazing stats. So even if he's not together with Doc Ock, he can still do some nice work. And yeah, so on the first turn, you never want to use the negative effects from the AIM team, the ultimate from Scientist Supreme. You want to save it for the second turn, so the Squirrel Girl doesn't clear the negative effects right away. And after that, you can just focus on her and you win. So here, unfortunately, we got the offense down, so we are not going to be able to use the ultimate. I save it for the next turn. And that's fine because we are able to apply that disrupt on Miss Marvel, and she'll be out of the way. 2 characters already destroyed, and yeah, so the win is pretty much guaranteed at this point. And I really hope that the AIM team gets some more love in the future, because right now they just don't have the stats to be competitive. They can still win some matchups, but they are really missing the stats that are necessary to make them relevant. Swarm really helps this team, but once again, very specific matchups, and you need to know exactly what you are doing, otherwise you'll end up losing. Now we have X-Force against the Mercenaries, and it's the Mercenaries with full radar, which is pretty good when you have a good bullseye. If your bullseye is 5 red stars or above, this is something that you might consider, because bullseye increases the crit hit damage from your mercenaries. So against some teams, for example, I have used the Black Warrior once against this team, and my Thanos died before anything because of this extra crit hit damage that they had. But here against the X-Force, they go a little bit fast. I'm able to do some damage, but my X-Force, they are still very trashy. I don't want to invest on these characters because they are way too expensive and they have no use outside of Alliance Wars. Even in Blitz, they are trash. So I'm not really going to invest anymore in these characters. They are at Gear Tier 12 and that's it. And they do enough. I use them on weaker mercenaries or some weaker teams, because yeah, I just don't want to invest on characters that have no use outside of Alliance Wars, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So easy win, not always that easy, and especially because my ISO weight is more for Blitz rather than it is for Alliance Wars. So on Alliance Wars you want to focus more on Raider and Striker. And yeah, so this is my mercenaries, at least they are still. And the final match of today's video is the Too Many Sorcerers team against the Marauders with Emma Frost. Now you might think, oh, this is very stupid and I will lose this match. Spoiler alert, I will lose this match. And the thing is, I've got people sending me messages saying that it's possible to win with them against the Marauders, and I have won it myself. I will, in another Alliance Wars video, I will show you how I win, but it's very inconsistent. I think it's very luck based. It's possible, but it's unlikely. So I think you have to remove the taunt from Strife early on, and because I got stuck behind the taunt of Strife, I was not able to apply the stun to Emma Frost at the beginning, and because of that they were able to remove the negative effects. If you can remove that stun, I mean if you can remove that taunt early on and stun Emma Frost, this is a very easy win, and it was not the case. And on top of that, Hela got cloned, and having Hela on the other side of the team, especially on the Marauders with Emma Frost, it's insane. So of course it was bad luck, but that's the way it is. Against the Marauders you never know what's gonna happen, who's gonna get cloned, and then at this point I had no chance. I was just trying to single out some character, try to get rid of him, and then save the match for whoever comes next. Unfortunately, I was not able to at this point. Like, if I'm not able to stop it early on, it's still possible to recover, but yeah, unfortunately it was not the case. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed another Alliance Wars daily, this time on Warzone 4, on the Alliance Avengers 4 Justice League 0. It's not a super hardcore Alliance, but right now it's the place I need to be because of my time constraints. Maybe if I was on time zone 2 or time zone 3 I will be able to do more stuff, but that's just the way it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do. Smash that like button like a boss. If you found information on this video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.